1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Follow the leader.
Oh my God.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss it. There's something wrong with that.
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
This is the one area of life where the most pain and the most pleasure shows up.
Pause it.
I'm
sorry. Tony Robbins just steps in with a bomb. This is the one area in your life where there's the most pain and the most pleasure. Tony Robbins, bring him back in here.
This is the one area of life where the most pain and the most pleasure shows up. Quality of your life is the quality of your relationships. It's not about your partner, whether you're single or whether you're married or whether you're discovering what you want. It's really you. And what happens is our partners just become a mirror of some aspect of ourselves that we don't usually see.
And this really not so much about the love that you want to get, it's really about us becoming and embodying fully the love that we are. It isn't an outside-in game, it's an inside-out game.
But this requires courage, and the gift of my life with this woman beside me is I don't know a person who's had more courage, more love, more determination, more faith, and that's what it takes. But the wild ride has been worth it at every possible level and every challenge we face, because you're all having challenges if you're in a relationship. And somehow we seem to think that we shouldn't have problems, and I think the only problem you have is you think you're not supposed to have any. So my invitation to you, if you're willing to do the one thing that's required to have a relationship really be lasting and loving and passionate, and that is you have to decide to make your partner the most important thing. If there's one gift you want to give in any relationship, is stop questioning the intent. Divorce the story of they're a bad person and marry the truth. And usually, they will wake up out of the nightmare and love you more because you brought what was true.
So we're just all freaking human, doing the best we can. If somebody's done something that you think is unforgivable, rather than controlling that or pulling back love, try just bringing more love to the circumstance. Love melts.
Here's the solution. Be a generous lover and it all gets solved. Someone who wants to give more love than they're trying to get back. Someone who doesn't measure, it's not a transaction. Someone who doesn't just get pissed because their needs aren't met.
Where we think there isn't love, there is always love. It's always present because it's our nature. We think we're not lovable. It's not. We just have to drop the mask and uproot what we're not.
Turn it off. I can't listen to no more. I said every single one of those things in the first hour. I can't listen. Listen. People often talk to me. They be like, "Zoe, man, you just be in here by yourself." Because I have to be honest. I have to be so honest right now. That little Tony Robbins triggered me. I know now better than at any moment in time in my life that if a person exemplifies impatience with my humanity, I'm not an abuser. I'm not a killer. I'm not a drug dealer. You know, I got wounds. I might even lie about my wounds. Right? I might even be a little deceptive about revealing everything about me, but eventually I do. If you cannot be with a human being, you're not healed. You're a spiritual child. And that is a clear indication for me to move on. right? There is no isotoner glove for love. They got to be exactly like this. They got to have exactly that. They got to have this temperament. They got to have that temperament. They got to do this. Da, 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 da. Do you understand? There is no isotoner glove for love. Everything is geared towards who you are. Some very powerful things were said in that Tony Robbins clip. And you know what it was? Love the person despite the circumstance. You want to heal the situation? Be more loving. They didn't say do love. They said be love. They didn't say love was a verb. Love is an action. Show up. Be loving. Sometimes you're so disappointed and so frustrated that the image you had of your partner is broken, that what you thought you were doing, which you thought was loving, that you labeled as loving, gets exposed as attachment. And as a toxic attachment at that. Are y'all ready? Let's get these callers in here. We got Zuri from North Carolina. Zuri, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic? Do you have something you would like for me to help you through?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Mr. Williams?
How are you, good brother?
I was in the comment as a spacewalker.
Yes. How are you, Zuri?
I'm good, man. I had I don't know if it was on topic, but I was just wanted to ask you something. I know you was talking about like black love and keeping black love together, but I was posing like a question to you, like in the grand scheme of things, how important is black love? Because the way things are working now, in like maybe 200 years, majority of the race is going to be mixed race. So is it even important or even something to even focus on as a community when down the road it could be just a melting pot?
Zuri, if I was in North Carolina right now, I would just reach out and choke you. I'm sorry. Let me pull my brother. Brother, seriously, honestly, man, love, bro. We have a misconception of what love is. You're talking about interracial dating. You're talking about watering down the seed, so to speak, right? Yeah, I hear what you're saying. And there is, let me give you this. I'm this way. I believe in love. I prefer to love black women. I want my woman to be black. Okay? I get what you're saying. Black. I love sisters. Love them. Love, 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 love. I want a sister. As a matter of fact, I have 3 children, and all my and the 2 women that have my 3 children, I have one who has 2, and I have another who has 1. Beautiful, chocolate, just gorgeous sisters. I love sisters. Okay? Now, if something organic happens, some type of magical kismet where a Sandra Bullock show up and you just fall in love, or Cindy Crawford or something shows up and you fall in love, okay, that's organic. But if you're dating somebody because you secretly hate yourself, you won't discover love in an interracial relationship, right? So if you dating somebody because you want a kid with light eyes, or you want good hair and baby hair, and you know, if you got any self-hate in you, an interracial relationship won't produce love. It'll produce more self-hate. Do you understand? So
yes, sir.
If it's organic, if it's authentic, and you wasn't out looking for Becky, and you found the bombest Becky in the world, and she found you, and it was natural, okay, fine. Love is colorblind in that sense. But if you going out there because you got nappy edges and you want to end that in your line,
right,
that's self-hate. Right?
I know. I think I was looking at it more upon of, like, you know, if you remember the story of Babylon, how everybody was like one race, and that was like how we was really able to get close to knowledge and true understanding of the world around us. Where I was like, I think we'll be better off as humanity if we try to blend just all cultures together.
So
I think that's the only
let
way.
me stop you. We are one race. It's the human race. You have to remember,
Right.
Racism is a societal construct. White folk didn't even exist 300 years ago. They didn't call themselves white until they understood, hey, there's some commonality here. We better give ourselves a weird, ambiguous color name. Because before, what were they doing? Go look at the gangs of New York. You had the Italians.
Right.
And you know they didn't treat the Italians well. You know,
Right.
you had the Spanish.
Italians, they treated horrible.
Exactly. And there was war within what is now universally white. The word Caucasian, sir, comes from Russia. Well, the Russians won't like that. Actually, right outside of Russia in a space called Georgia, but Georgia used to be a part of Russia, right? Right on the Caucasus steppes, right? The Caucasus Mountains, Caucasian, right? Those used to be the best sex slaves in the game before you had the transatlantic slave trade. Those women from Georgia, the Caucasus Mountains, were transported all over the world as the finest slaves. Yeah, I bet you didn't know that, did you? How did the word that comes from Georgia, that comes from what they are calling the Middle East, Turkey and that area, the steppes of Russia, how are they calling everybody that's white, quote unquote, Caucasian? When you find out, if you call a Russian Caucasian, he knows the lineage and the history of the people from Georgia. He'd be like, who you calling Caucasian? That's them. Do you see? So
I get you.
You definitely have me on a different topic, but that's okay. Let me come back to the first part of your question. Love is synonymous with God, and we live in a loveless society. We live in a transactional, commercial, commoditized, marketed and promoted, kind of false reality. Everything is based on what you have, not who you are. Do you understand? That's why we don't understand unconditional love. Everything is conditional. Your trust is conditional. Your loyalty is conditional. Your friendship is conditional. This whole society lacks substance. And the reality of substance is rooted in unconditional love. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. He's talking. He's preaching.
Unconditional love is synonymous with God. Period. So, is it important to the black community? You damn Skippy. To me, unconditional love is the Messiah we've been waiting on. Uh-oh. Don't make me get in my bag, please. Hey, Zuri.
You hitting on, you got to make this a topic one night, boss, man. I'm not going to hold up too much of the show. I just want to say I'm a big fan of yours. I've been watching you for over a decade through your various shows and 5150, man. And, you even got me saying, it's Candyland, nigga.
Hey, no. Hey, this is radio, bro. This is like real radio. You can't curse on the radio, sir.
Right.
But I appreciate you, man. Thank you for reaching out. You brought North Carolina in the building. Can I just say, do you understand? Love is the real Messiah. If I can't lament hurting you while crying tears and washing your feet, if I can't lament my humanity while apologizing for the hurt I caused you, if you can't make space in your heart for a human that hurt you, which is going to happen in any relationship, that tells me you can never love me or never have loved me. That tells me you're not interested for real. Because when you sit down and you talk to your great-grandmother and all these folk, they went through trials and tribulation, not necessarily of course they went through spirit stuff. But what we have today, in terms of the advancement in psychology, psychology, philosophy, there are things we can get over that they couldn't get over back then. When was the last time you washed your woman's feet, crying and lamenting your transgression? We don't even know how to apologize anymore. We don't even know how to be accountable for anything that we do. We justify every stupid little thing, but yet we'll go to church and act like Mary Magdalene is a woman of noble cause because she knew how to worship the Messiah. Let me tell you, the Messiah is unconditional love, but you don't believe it's real because you live in a society that says you got to get something for any and everything you give. I know y'all don't want to hear me talk like this tonight. This is why the relationships are ruined. The only work in intimate relationships that take precedent over societal duties and gender roles is inner work. Your partner's inner work is none of your business. Their timeline is a different timeline for healing than yours. Y'all could be going to therapy together and or separately working on your stuff. But how they work on their stuff is really none of your business. You see, you're in the same trolley car, but in effect, because this is a spiritual journey, you're going in two different directions while on the same trolley car. That's how spirit works. Just like quantum mechanics is not intuitive, so is the deeper consciousness of unconditional love. I'm on a journey with somebody, but their journey is in the opposite direction of my journey, but we're journeying together. So how they heal and what they're doing to heal and their process of healing, guess what? It ain't got nothing to do with me. All I can do is say, I'm here for you on your journey. I hope you're here for me on mine. When I come forward, I'm going back to the phone lines. Let's get this coaching.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hi, it's Tavis Smiley. First, thank you for your support of KBLA Talk 1580. We deeply appreciate you. So, I get asked all the time, Tavis, when are you going to bring back that State of the Black Union Symposium you used to do? You know the one where you had all those black intellectuals on stage every year and everybody watched all day live on C-SPAN? Yeah, I know the one.
Let's bring them back.
Well, I am pleased to tell you that if you go to KBLA1580.com right now, you can sign up to be in the audience here in Los Angeles when we go back live on C-SPAN with a stage full of black thinkers and influencers for a historic conversation. America has never seen a stage full of black folk talking about the urgency of now. Climate justice, climate equity, climate resilience. It's going down Tuesday, June 18th, 4 to 7 p.m. at the California Science Center in Exposition Park. Admission is free, but you must register at KBLA1580.com. Once we reach capacity, you'll have to watch us on C-SPAN. But if you want to be in the room when we go live from Los Angeles, Tuesday, June 18th, head to KBLA1580.com right now to reserve your seat. Caring about the climate, caring about the community. With KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
I believe up there. Around here, we don't believe in victimhood. We believe in Raising our voices, amplifying black voices in the climate conversation. We're KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Single Moms Planet is a nonprofit organization dedicated to uplifting under-resourced single mom business owners and working mothers nationwide. Single Moms Planet offers comprehensive programs of financial literacy, business development, mentorship, and entrepreneurial training. They provide education, accountability, and hope. Single Moms Planet was founded by model, TV personality, and producer Nefertari Plessy. Nefertari felt firsthand the challenges that face single moms as she was raised by a working single mother. She learned that the most disadvantaged group in the United States are single mom families. According to the U.S. Census, 30% live under the poverty line. So she decided to do something about it, along with co-founder Cole Patterson. Their goal is to end the poverty cycle in single mother households through education, opportunity, and networking, providing family and child enrichment programs for under-resourced single-parent families. Single Moms Planet serves over 10,000 single moms and their children each year. Studies show that business development and financial literacy provide a positive environment for children and families, exposing them to new possibilities and opportunities. To attend one of their fun events, make a donation, or get more information, or if you need help as a single mom, please visit singlemomsplanet.org. That's singlemomsplanet.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Is there some cause that I should doubt you? Oh, I can see more that you don't know me very well. You're so unsure, and you run here and there to ask my feelings. Friends only guess, they can't say really. Don't ask my neighbor. Don't ask my friends. I hang around. Don't be afraid to come to me. Don't ask my neighbor.
The world is sick for a surprisingly modest-sounding reason. We don't understand love. And yet we're rather convinced that we do. We talk a lot of love, of course, but generally in terms of a dizzying rapture lasting a few months, focused on someone's beauty, intelligence, and strength. We have high ideals and refer with confidence to concepts like justice, equality, and rights, and yet somehow in the mix we avoid talking of the sort of love that would give true life to any of these. We are law-abiding and righteous, but we are, in the grandest sense, in the public square, without love. The most convincing definitions of love in the West have come from Jesus of Nazareth, which has proved unfortunate, given how easy it is for rational types to confuse an overcoming of supernatural faith with a neglect of the subject of love. To move forward, we require a new philosophy of love, in effect, a powerful secular religion of love. This should be read out after the news, and its tenets taught to CEOs and supply chain managers. We should put it on T-shirts, and it should be as common and more useful to say, "I'm trying to learn to love," as to announce a desire to become fit or famous. It's no insult to have to acknowledge that even though we inhabit a culture soaked in romanticism, we have problems understanding love. And even though we've had plenty of crushes and heard plenty of songs about love, we're still taking our first steps towards grasping what love might actually be. Here then are 7 key constituent ingredients of love. Charity. Love means, above anything else, benevolence and gentleness towards what is failed, disgraced, broken, unappealing, angry and foul in other people and in ourselves. Love isn't about an admiration for strength. It's about directing sympathy in a most unexpected direction, at what is messed up, lost and in pieces, and at what we might hate, resent and be frightened of.
Pause it. I'm not going to let you make your wounds into your Messiah, into your Christ. You use your wounds to justify your bad behavior, to justify marginalizing love. You got people saying, hey, you think love is practical nowadays in this society and time? What? If you know anything about the ancient mystery schools, what did you think apotheosis was? What did you think self-realization was? What did you think self-actualization was? What do you think moksha was? What did you think nirvana was? There is an ecstasy. You hear people putting it in the chat right now. Oh, agape. Let me tell you something. Don't get caught up on these words. Damn these words. I'm talking about the experience. You don't want to experience it because your wounds have too much say in how you move in a relationship. I'm guilty. I lost one of the great loves of my life because I lied. Hell, damn near every great love I've ever had, I lost because I lied about something. How about that? Lying from a space of insecurity, lying from a space of fear, lying from a space of confusion, lying from a space of cognitive dissonance. Come on, lying from a space of childhood hurt. Come on. I'm not going to let you guys off the hook. We empower these wounds too much. And if you're listening to what this man said, love is the ability to still feel it, to still be connected to it, even though somebody hurt you. And I'm not talking about abused you. I'm not talking about that type of situation. I'm not talking about somebody who harmed you. I'm not talking about that. And sometimes, man, love does hurt. Immensely. Are y'all listening? When I come forward, I promise you, I'm going to the phone lines. We're going to talk to Sean from Honolulu. Then we're going to talk to Kanisha from Azusa. And then we're going to talk to Attila from Houston, Texas. The phone lines are jammed. Let's get it.
You don't understand. You think I'm changing. Oh. Don't ask my neighbor. Ask my neighbor. Don't ask my friend.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. The Environmental Protection Agency is closing its civil rights probes into the Jackson, Mississippi water crisis, citing insufficient evidence of state discrimination against the city's predominantly black residents. The investigation began in 2022 after flooding disrupted the water supply, leading to allegations by the NAACP that the state was discriminating against the majority black city by not giving it a fair share of federal water infrastructure funding. HBCU Howard University is celebrating its most senior student to earn a degree this year. 83-year-old Marie Fowler became Howard's oldest doctoral graduate over the weekend when she received her Doctor of Divinity degree. She spent the past 3 years learning at the School of Divinity after previously earning a bachelor's and 2 master's degrees from a seminary in Capitol Heights. Fowler said she was inspired to continue her education by her parents, who were born in an era when it was illegal for black folks to learn to read and write. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
NexGard Plus, Afoxalon or moxidectin and pyrantel chewable tablets, is the one you want for your dog's monthly protection. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Ask your veterinarian about NexGard Plus Chews today.
Follow the leader. KBLA Talk 1580. Follow the leader.
If you're not following KBLA Talk 1580 on all of our socials, then you're missing out. Download our app and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Got your black.
Follow the leader.
Oh my God.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 believes in community empowerment. LA's 99 neighborhood councils form the grassroots level of the Los Angeles city government. The system was created to connect LA's diverse communities to City Hall. While neighborhood council board members are volunteers, they are also public officials elected to office by the members of their community. Neighborhood councils advocate on issues like homelessness, housing, land use, emergency preparedness, public safety, parks, transportation, and sustainability. They also provide local expertise on the delivery of city services to their various communities. Neighborhood councils are open to participation by anyone who is a part of the fabric of daily life in said community. This includes those who live, work, or own property or a business. If you are interested in stepping up to join your local neighborhood council, visit www.empowerla.org. That's empowerla.org. It's time to think globally, but act locally. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
A word from Original Taco Pete, where Tuesdays are all about $2 tasty black tacos. Join us today and every day at 3272 West Slauson Ave off Crenshaw, or order through Grubhub, Uber Eats, or OriginalTacoPete.com.
Watch out! You got me!
The galaxy is safe once again.
In the pretend universe, kids play with pretend guns. In the real world, it's up to us to make sure they don't get their hands on a real gun. If you have a gun in the house, keep it locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk, too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Girl, I have a secret. When I get stressed out, I get sweaty. That's why I use Secret Clinical Antiperspirant. It's like my own secret weapon. For 72 hours, I get Secret's strongest protection against sweat caused by stress, heat, and activity, because you know how crazy life can get. Plus, it's made with advanced odor fighters that don't just cover up smelliness. They help prevent it from happening in the first place. Believe me, if I weren't wearing Secret, I'd be a hot, smelly mess. Thankfully, Secret works.
KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio that's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
fill your life with a satisfying love. All you need is an everlasting love. All you want is a satisfying love.
It's often said that no one can ever really say what a good relationship is, let alone draw up a checklist for a prospective one. We politely disagree. 1. Pick someone you feel profoundly grateful ever decided to look your way. Start from a sense that you are the lucky one and that they are superior. The truth in this matter is irrelevant. 2. Make sure you fancy them. Check out that you have compatible areas of perversion and little interest being normal in bed. 3. Allow yourselves both to admit from an early stage that you are mad, heavily distorted by your pasts, unable to understand yourselves, prone to irrational assumptions, and unsteady in your assessments of reality. 4. Make apology the most regular of occurrences, say sorry about everything all the time, and reduce the price of an admission to almost zero. 5. Remove all pride from your character. You were an idiot then, you are an idiot now, you will be an idiot tomorrow. There is simply no other option for a human being. Make jokes. 6. Regularly explore how you've disappointed one another. Let them sometimes hate you and you them. Don't be frightened by anger moderately expressed. The enemy of love is stifled emotion, not maturely explored authenticity.
Come on back in here. What? That whole video was... Go to Psych Go on YouTube. That's the channel. Psych to Go. Psych to Go. Psych, number 2, go. It's not really gaslighting yourself. It's basically saying we are all works in progress. That was a whole work in progress video. The self-righteousness in relationships today. Right? This is a toxic society that is turning out narcissists. Like Eggo waffles. Do you understand me? Like, people go into the relationship. What can you do for me? How are you going to show up for me? And they be riddled like Swiss cheese. The spirit got holes in it from all types of wounds. But that doesn't stop their ego from placing themselves above you. See, when people are hurt like that, they tend to idealize the person that's going to come in and save them from themselves. And when that person proves to be exactly what they are, they hate that person just like they secretly hate themselves. Self-loathing will manifest itself as rejection of the mirror reflection. I know y'all not ready for that. I know you're not ready for what I'm saying. Let's get these callers in here. Sean, my man is in Hawaii again. Sean, get in here.
Hey, brother. Well, sometimes, I'm very fortunate, but I'm here for my son, who this is his happy place, and his treatments have been going so well. That's a different story. Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you what, when it comes to, having this confidence as an individual, because I'm kind of hearing what you're saying, and I really think I'm hearing a lot what you're saying. The confidence comes with you care about community. You care about, so it's not just about yourself, okay? Because if it's just about yourself, you don't care about community. If you're really caring about yourself, you take care of yourself. You make sure that you put your oxygen mask on before, you put your kids' oxygen masks on in the plane, like they always tell you. And that is a metaphor that can happen without being on a plane. And then you make sure that your focus is I'm going to try my best to guide you, guide others around me, that, it's more important than myself. It's much more important than myself that the community thrives. That's how everything goes forward. So that's what I'm hearing, and I hope that's what I'm hearing, because you can take care of yourself all day long and twice on Sunday, but if you're not helping other people thrive, it's worth nothing.
I love it, brother. We appreciate you, man, for hanging in there, and much love to you and your son and your family, man. I'm praying for you, brother. Nothing but love for you. Thank you,
brother.
Sean. Yes, sir. Yes,
Love
sir. Love you, man. Let's get her in here. Kanisha from Azusa, California. Talk to me, Kanisha. This is my little sister, man. One of the greatest singers you've never heard in your life. How are you, Kanisha?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? What are your thoughts on tonight's topic? What do you have for me to cover?
Well, I would just say that you had from New York.
Kanisha, do you have us on speakerphone?
No, I don't.
We can hear like a buzzing Bluetooth earpod.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. There we go.
Okay, I had earbuds.
There we go. All right, now I can hear you perfectly.
The caller from New York, where you told her that she needed stronger boundaries, I just wanted to send her a hug because I could hear the pain in her voice.
Mm-hmm.
So I just, that just really touched me because I've been sitting on here on hold for a long time.
Oh, thank you.
I'm just saying. But I love you, so I just wanted to give her a hug.
Aw, I appreciate that. And I'm sure she does too. And how are you? You good?
I'm doing good. Who is that? Are you in church?
No, you in church because you gave us a word. We played the organs for you. You gave us a word.
Okay. I'm doing good. It's been a journey.
Yes, I know.
But, I'm built for this.
Come on.
So.
I've known you ever since you was a little kid.
Yes, you have.
Oh, man, I appreciate you for calling, though. You know you can call in anytime you need me. You know that, right?
I know that.
All right. As soon as you get off the phone, I'm going to talk about you, okay?
Why? You can do it now.
That's what I do. I'm sorry.
So we can talk about it now.
Okay, so, again, when I was an A&R person, I was introduced to Kanisha and her cousin, and they were amazing. Two singers from Los Angeles, sang some really great songs. They were with a production company who hooked them up with some producers that hooked them. The producers was my guy, Broadway, right? James Broadway.
Right. Yes,
and
absolutely.
What was interesting, I had a homeboy, man, one of my best friends in the world. He would take me everywhere. And what the crazy part is, I'm working for these labels and he just wanted to be in the game. He wanted to know the game, right? And he would just take me everywhere. We would go everywhere. And, he met this young girl and her cousin. Ah, man. And I put them two together, so to speak, kind of.
Yes, you did.
Just a little bit. And they dated for many, many years and finally got married. Snuck off to Vegas or something. Y'all snuck off.
We did.
Y'all snuck off, didn't tell nobody.
We did. Sorry about that. But we had to do, we always did everything our way.
I mean, this was my brother. Like, man, me and that boy, solid. Well, how long has it been, Kanisha?
He's been gone 2 years.
It's been 2 years since my brother Chris has passed. Her husband.
Mm-hmm.
And how long were you married to him?
Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to say this, and this might shake the table.
Uh-oh.
You ready?
I'm ready.
We were married for 3 years.
That's it?
But we were together for 22.
That's right. That's right. I know you guys were together for a really long time, and then y'all snuck
Really
off
long
one
time.
day and got married.
Yes, we did. We did.
And I loved him
And
to death. I loved what he used to call you. He'd be like, Anime. Get in there, Anime, and
He
sing
had
the song.
everybody calling me Anime.
Sing the song, Anime. Oh, man. I miss that
But
brother.
it's interesting. I love him, and I miss him, too.
Yeah.
I think about the subject of your show, and I think that our journey fits it perfectly. Because, like I said, we were together for 22 years before we got married. And you can already imagine all the comments and all the side eyes and all of that come with that. But the main thing that I can say is I wanted to be with him.
Right.
And I think in relationships, people sometimes they just say, well, whoever I meet or whoever God has for me, they just throw that out there.
Whatever fits.
But
right?
yes.
Yeah.
You know, so when it was him, I just knew. We were friends for 2 years before we started dating. So with him, it was just, I don't know, it was just the stars aligned, or I can't even explain it to you. I can't even explain it, but
I was there.
We were really blessed with a soul that was just amazing. And I feel blessed being able to experience him for the time that we had him.
Yeah. And you guys went through a lot too. I know that too. Y'all went through a lot. Y'all made it through a lot.
Yes.
It was beautiful.
But let me say this. Though. Whenever they talk about relationships and they say, oh, we went through so much and it was a struggle. It wasn't anything about cheating or baby mamas or none of that.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't that. It was just growing pains.
Yeah.
We were teenagers, growing into adulthood and finding out about ourselves at the same time, like teaching each other, not necessarily sitting each other down and going over anything. It's just our growth and just being an example of how to love each other based on how we loved ourselves.
Figuring it out as you moved along.
Exactly.
Yeah. Girl, you know I love you, man. I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you for calling in. And True Blue sent me your new record. I'm going to add it to my playlist, and we're going to play it.
Oh.
You know, we're going to play it probably tomorrow. So, I just appreciate you. You're an amazing woman. And, I'm your big brother for life. If you need me for anything.
I appreciate you.
You already know.
And I just want to say thank you so much for always being there to, pick up the phone. And when I text you, you are always there. You've always been there. So
yes, ma'am.
I love you so much for that.
Absolutely, little sis. Anytime you need me, you just call me, okay?
Yes, sir.
All righty. The voice of reason in here, cutting up. Listen, you wanted real radio, right? Andy, did they want real radio? They got it tonight. When we come forward, we going to Houston, Texas. Let's get it.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Tips to help improve your credit score in 2024. Establishing credit is an important key to achieving financial health, but building a credit history from scratch can feel challenging since you need credit to build credit. First, what does it mean to build credit? All consumers have a score between 300 and 850. You want your score to be as high as possible as lenders look at your credit score to make loan and credit decisions. A good credit score shows you have a track record of borrowing money responsibly. Remember, it's never too late to build or rebuild your credit. This segment is sponsored by JP Morgan Chase & Company.
We asked seniors how to prevent Medicare scams. My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well-trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone. And should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month. If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 855-613-7080.
If we're the ones disproportionately impacted by these climate catastrophes,
Why should we be silent?
turning up the volume all year long on the climate conversation with KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Stay Housed LA has the resources you need to know your rights and the legal support to back them up. The COVID-19 pandemic has cost people their jobs and livelihoods. This has left an estimated 1/3 of households not being able to make rent and facing losing their homes. This is a fear no one in our community should have to face. You have rights, though, and Stay Housed LA is here to help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between the County of Los Angeles, the City of Los Angeles, and local community and legal service providers. Together, they provide tenants with the information and support needed to exercise their rights so they can remain safely in their homes. Find out more about your rights by participating in a virtual tenant workshop. Get the legal assistance you need. Find additional resources in Los Angeles County and the City of Los Angeles. Stay connected to Stay Housed LA County for updates. This and more at stayhousedla.org. Stay connected to Stay Housed LA for updates. This and more at stayhousedla.org. That's stayhousedla.org. Or call their hotline at 213-694-0040. We've got your black with a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Ladies and gentlemen, my playlist is my co-host. The voice of reason has been on fire all night. We got callers from all over the country. They tapping in. They're tapping in, getting their little coaching session from your brother Zoe. I wanted to lighten it up. We've been hitting you so hard with so many heavy topics. Let's get Attila from Houston, Texas. She's our final caller of the night. Attila, what are your thoughts? Do you have something for me to work on? Talk to me.
Do I have something for you to work on?
Yes.
Not really. I mean, I will say, when it comes to love, I have not experienced love without there being some pain. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah. That's part of the journey. Love has pain in it. We have to. Are you asking? Do we have to come to terms with that?
I feel like you do. I mean, that's what I'm learning. I don't, like you said, I can't ask for something and not expect its opposite to also show up. So for me, it just is what it is.
No, so let me give you this though. But that's only on a certain level of consciousness. The consciousness level of duality.
Mm-hmm.
You can transcend duality. See, this is why I'm excited about psychology, because psychology is starting to integrate, concepts from the East, like mindfulness, like yoga, engaging your nervous system, your parasympathetic nervous system, right? This is why I'm so excited about that particular advancement in psychology. The more spiritual psychology gets, you're going to realize that fear has no place in love. But the only reason why fear exists is because fear is an early warning system that you still have things to be accountable for that are repressed or suppressed within your subconsciousness. Relationship serves as that mirror. It shows it to you. It shows it to you as fear, or anxiety and fear, the same thing. It even shows it to you as pain. So, do you see? We have to be okay. We have to be okay with feeling a little of that.
I completely agree. I think that, when we talk about leaning in regards to attachment styles, is there a such thing as leaning in regards to the things that show up when you get ready to love?
Absolutely.
When you approach love.
Lean into fear. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, for me,
I hear
rejection.
I hear the
for
fear.
Me, it's rejection. It's like rejection is rough for me, and it's so weird because the very thing that I am afraid of is the very thing that I'm constantly having to face in my job, in my relationships. There is no way around it. I feel like God has fine-tuned it to where I have to learn that lesson.
Don't we have this topic on deck for tomorrow?
Yes.
All right, then. I'm going to talk to you tomorrow. Hey, yo, check this out. The voice of reason. We had a ball tonight. Stay tuned. Tavis on the 9s. Don't get it twisted. Tomorrow's topic is going to be crazy. This was the setup for that one. Deuces.
But if your hopes for your tomorrows are drowning in your sorrows, know your heart will show you the way.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Moore. Now here's the latest from the Black Information Network. Passengers aboard a Spirit Airlines plane had a few